Alright guys, the hike is over, close to the vehicle. I've decided I was doing those little short things before I walked in the house, and I've decided not to show any man-made clutter. In the videos, although you can probably hear it going by. So I've done the hike, I've done the campfire, I know what's happened, so this is it. I'm going to go up and do a review, do some editing, some splicing. I tried the time lapse. I don't know if I did it long enough. I don't know if I did it right. I don't even know if it's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking you're going to see me hiking really fast, right? To speed that up a little bit. I was in not such a beautiful spot in the trail. It was all right, but pretty plain Jane. A little open space too. So everything went well as far as I know. You know, the only questions involved the camera. My day was great, you know. I guess if nothing comes out of this, no video or anything, that's fine. I still had a great time. I got a shout out from Mike Delucia in there. He's having a contest. Yeah, even in the middle of the forest with nothing going on, I'm still thinking of those contests. So they're fun to win, and I like giving them my support also. So I like doing videos. It doesn't matter what they are. So new little hobby. That's it. So let me go up and work on this. Now the real hard part, the work of the day, is about to start. I was actually getting really drained of energy towards the end there, getting a little wobbly. I am a vegetarian, so I got to watch my protein intake. All right, guys. Day off. Back in the woods. This is a different woods here, forest. Looks kind of the same, I guess. But got some fun stuff to show you on this trip. I don't have that nice snowmobile path to go down. Somebody's walked this, but it's rough. The snow's really deep, and you sink right through the footprint. Oh yeah. I didn't think it was this cold out when I left my house, but it's really, I'm actually chilly. Oh. Great. This is a little better walking. That trail just converged with another trail, which is more used more. You know, quitting smoking really changed my life. I would have never done this when I was still smoking in the winter. Man, I'd be out here sucking wind, fighting for oxygen. I'm not going to preach to you, but I'm sure you already know it's the best thing you could ever do if you do smoke. Whew. You gotta come to terms on that on your own. Just like drinking, if you drink too much someday, you'll have decisions to make. But nobody's gonna say anything probably to change your mind. Those are things that you think about in your own head that probably nobody else is even aware of. Maybe a close loved one, but I doubt that even. Ooh. Swing around. It's one of my favorite places to come in the summer. Well, one of my new favorites, I should say. I just started coming here like a year and a half ago. Maybe less than that. Let's see if you see anything. Can you see anything unusual right now when I pan? Anything catches your eye that's out of the ordinary? Let's get a little closer. I tied down my tripod in the back a little better so it wouldn't be flopping all over and making that noise. What is this? You see it now? Now all this was on the ground. It was rebuilt in 1975. In the summertime, you can find rocks and stuff all over the ground here. An old foundation. The best I can tell, one of the main houses in this area at the time. This is probably the view out there back door. But the trees are a little bigger. These smaller ones wouldn't have been there. For sure. Probably would have looked a lot clearer. It's a pretty darn big foundation too. Pretty cool. Look at that big old boy. Oh, God. See if I can get you right on that. Look at that big old pine. It's massive. All right, moving on. Another just massive pine. I think this one's best days are behind it. It actually looks dead. Providing a lot of nice little housing for birds, squirrels, whatnot. Smaller animals. This is quite a long jaunt in the summer with no snow on the ground, so I'm not exactly positive I'm going to make it through this. I may have to stop. Alright, I'm going to try to break these up a little more. I'll stop it and then I'll restart it further down the trail. Alright. One of my favorite parts in here. One of them, we got a bunch. Any of my friends that live close ever want to go on a hike, just let me know. We'll go out, build fire, make a coffee. Yeah, you probably can't see out there, but there's a gap there. That's Lake Huron. One of the Great Lakes. Whew, boy, my hands. I had a really hard weekend at work and my hands just keep cramping up holding onto this pole here. Normally holding the pole is pretty effortless. It's probably lighter than my metal detector, but it's close. You know, I know on film it looks like it's just floating in my hand, but there's weight there, believe me. Look at this in here. You see that hole, Charlie? Charlie Digger? Wonder what that hole is. Alright, here's something pretty cool here. Take a look at this. Old building. And this is on the same, but it used to be a horse and buggy road. Just big enough for a horse and buggy. Maybe a buggy. And this was some kind of maybe a general store, maybe a bank. It was a lumbering company that had it. And right here it is an abandoned safe. So they've left that. Pretty cool, huh? Nice wheels. Decorative on the bottom. Decorative all around. I was kind of looking for a name. I don't see anything. Weird place for a safe way out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Now those are not human tracks, those are animals. Rather big one too. And I won't walk over here because I know it. There's places that it drops down into like some sort of cellar. It's actually a metal rod sticking up there. There's a fallen tree. But there's a lot of galvanized like metal materials under there that I'm not going to walk in on the snow. See the outside of the building. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, moving on here. I want to try something today, and I guess right now maybe a good time to try it is and excuse me for my technological ignorance, but man, those are some big fallen trees. Holy cow. Jesus, those are well over 100 years old. I'm going to try time lapse. I'm in kind of a boring part of a trail, not really boring, but not as visually appeasing. So I'm gonna time lapse this and see how that works, because I'm going to need to do that in the summer when I'm metal detecting. I can't have you watching me in real time walking from hole to hole and digging. I'm going to time lapse some of that and then slow it down on the find. So and I don't even know if time lapse is the right word. I know there's a setting for time lapse, and I'm hoping that's it. So I'm going to go in here and try that. We'll see what happens. All right. Back on the trail. I tried the time lapse. see how it comes out. Now you remember my last video I said there might be a chance I run into a bear? I had forgot bears hibernate. So that tells you how many times I've been out in the winter in the woods. I suppose some of them don't, but I imagine most of them do. I'm serious big animal tracks here. Oh. Had to rearrange my fine spouch. Kept slipping down my body. Now I put it around my neck and it feels a lot better so far. I thought it would bother me around my neck. I actually had that concern, and it was the reason why I never bought a here fine spout. Because it looked like, you know, I'm used to the fanny pack and in front of me, so it's just like a belt. It doesn't move. I had a nice durable one. The zipper finally gave out though. And I won this fine spout in the contest. So I'm going to try that this year. Now, this is one of my favorite part of the woods also. I see nobody has ventured in there though. There's actually a little, it almost looks like a man-made pond right here. But it's really nice in through here. I may actually build a little fire here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Nobody's walked in here. So, I mean, if the snow's up to my hips, then I don't know. That seems like a problem. It's not that bad. Ooh, I love it in here. Almost a natural shelter there. If not a hibernating bear den. I suppose there could be reasons why nobody goes in here. It's a nice log. I'm kind of looking for a spot where I can find some firewood. This all looks like pine. So see what's up here. I have to get some good dead hardwood, but I'm just not seeing any. Huh. Yeah, we're back on the shore of Lake Huron now, but yeah, I can't sit up here without firewood. Let's go down this way. We'll go on the back side of this pond. Okay, now look at that. Here's some nice dry stuff. It's not very much, but maybe. Looks like I see a birch. Boy, that whole tree right there is dead. That's too thick. I don't have a hatchet. Right here's some birch. I'm actually going to try to use this to start a fire this time. See if I can save my fat wood. I thought about using, trying something different like cotton balls, but shoot, why not try that? Some wood. Yeah, there's definitely enough wood here. Look at that. That's all dead. It's all pine. That's fine. All right, let me gather some wood. Pick a spot. Let's build a fire. I thought I was recording, but it wasn't. You didn't miss anything. I tried using birch bark to start a fire here, and to no avail. So try again. Some nice little shavings. Now the wind keeps messing me up a little bit, and these shavings actually feel a little damp. But that's not helping. Yeah, it's just not working. So, so I decided to go with the fat wood again because, you know what, my knees are just freezing this ground here. So it's time to get something going here. I'll have to work on my beach or the other techniques. Alright, let's see if that's enough. There goes a bit. Well, at least this time I had my stuff close and handy. So I think that birch bark was just a little too wet. So I'm not sure what I would have done there. I had to find something else and maybe some sap or something from a tree. Oops. Well, that sucked. I'm giving up on the the birchwood fire and going right into a cotton ball because my knees are freezing and I need to get up off here. I had got a little, I broke out the fat wood and I got a little fire started, but it blew out on me. It's a little windy right here. See how quickly that cotton ball started. So I was talking and I wasn't watching the fire when I had first started it. I was talking to you and I looked down, the fire was out. I still had some coals, but I didn't have anything like a bird's nest to put it in. So I gotta get my butt up for me. Knees are frozen. Oh man. Whew. Okay. Alright, so I got it going. See if I can get my pants dried out. Making a little bit of a larger fire than I want to. It's okay. All right. So nice little fire. Ooh. Nice way to relieve stress, really. I mean, shit, I don't have somebody asking me a question about something every second out here, which is nice. About done answering questions. Notice this pine doesn't burn as clean as the hardwoods I was in the other day. I was using hardwood beds. Or it could be a little of that cotton ball, I guess. I don't think so though. Alright, I'm going to get some stuff ready to cook. I may just do a hot chocolate to start with. You know, I'm not going to make instant coffee. I can't stand it as much as I love coffee. And I keep forgetting to order something on eBay. I got to. I've just been busy. I'm going to order something, a little cup thing that'll soak in my can and make some real coffee. Yeah. Alright. Fire's really going. I got a swirling wind, which is really a problem. Just to try to stay out of the smoke. I don't think I picked the best spot here. I think next time I'm gonna have an opportunity to have a seat on both sides, maybe. Because most of the time this is going this way now. It wasn't in the beginning, but it's quite the swirling wind. Got my cup on there. Really beautiful. I can see out onto the lake. Now the wind's died down, you can just hear a pin drop. Nice heat coming off it. Sure haven't run into any people today. I'm quite a bit out the beaten path. It's possible, I suppose, if somebody followed my tracks, but I was the only one tracked here. Got plenty of firewood. I'm gonna make some hot chocolate here. It's getting pretty close. I didn't wear as heavy a coat today. I knew it would be a lot harder to hike in. I'd probably be sweating, and I did sweat, and it's a little chilly. Smoke going right in my face. I got a cold anyways. I can't hardly breathe through my nose. Makes sense being out here, right? Yeah. I don't think the weather has much to do with it. Really nice. See the sun. Haven't been able to see the sun yet, but there it is. See if I can get that up for you here. Coming through the trees. So I'm on my way. I'm getting closer to an overnight. I mean, it has warmed up a little bit. It's still below zero at night. And I would not make it, I don't think. I don't have a sleeping bag. But I'm in the long run, though, I'm getting closer to my goals. You know, being outside and being able to camp. By the time I do get that stuff, I imagine it's going to be warmed up a lot. So I'm just going to tarp it. I'm not going to, I don't think I'm ever, well, I don't want to say ever. I do have a tent, actually, a one-man tent. I should try to get that out. But, you know, because of the mosquitoes, basically, in the summer is what gets you. So that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of bushcrafting type people even use a tent. Otherwise, they would use a tarp all year long. If you see most bushcrafters are using a tarp in the winter, and you always think, well, that don't make sense. It's because there's no bugs. So anyways, that's what I get from talking to them and asking them, and you know, I know about mosquitoes, metal detecting. I just use a some good off. I mean, they're thick up here. I don't imagine they're, well, they're thicker than downstate, but I'm sure there's other places that are just as thick. Louisiana, the swamps and stuff like that. It's probably year-round down there, I imagine. Black flies, we get black flies up North Michigan, but not in this area. I don't recall getting bit by any black flies. They'll get you right behind the ears and stuff. Some people call them no-see-ums, I guess. I think those are the same insect. No-see-ums and black flies. Oh, they might be different, but neither one. I haven't seen any here. Got the hot chocolate made. Embarrassingly, I have a plastic spoon. I don't have a wooden spoon. I will. I had one at home, but I can't find it. I had to whittle me one. Oh yeah, that's good. You don't think it's cold, look at the steam coming off it. Believe me, it's cold. But not near as cold as it's been, so warm to me, cold to you if you aren't used to this. Oh yeah. Hot chocolate, good, good. Oh boy. Now, where I showed you that safe and that house, there's more stuff, but I mean, can you imagine life, you know, for the pioneers that lived out here in the when it was like 20 below? Man, I mean, that's a rough life there. You know, that's the life that I talk about living a little bit, but you know, not that extreme conditions, but they didn't have a choice, man. Once you're here, you're here. You're living here. So, I mean, just to stay alive, I bet was just a daily chore for them, you know. Non-stop wood cutting and stuff like that. I don't know how they ever find time to even work. I'm sure they were logging, but I guess that's all they did all summer was get ready for winter and then do it that way. But yeah, there's no room for mistakes or anything out here. This place will eat you alive. No, it's not as it's not like Alaska, you know. I mean, but back in the day, it sure was, you know. Except the winters aren't quite as long. Thinking of making a new episode called Campfire Talk. Because there's a couple places that I've found in my life that I'm always reassured that I'm going to have some very deep thoughts and ideas. Thoughts that normally wouldn't have come to me. Almost a daydream state. And those two places are one in the shower, and then the other is in the car driving when you're alone. And I can be driving a car and totally miss my road and not even realize it, and then think, whoa, did I miss my road? It seems like I've been going a while. Just deep in thought. And a campfire is working exactly the same way. So that's good. Clean out some of those old cobwebs that haven't got used in a while. Those neurons firing back and forth. It's getting a little chilly, that's for sure, even by the fire. It's cooling down. It'll be dark here before long. Beautiful day. Now, in the summer, if you were watching me right now in the summer, I mean, it's just a bed of pine needles for miles, that's all. Everything's orange, maybe some moss. It's really pretty, actually, in here. Soft. I mean, you're like walking with elf boots. You know, you can sneak up on somebody. Looks like it. For the hot chocolate. Now I was gonna make some something to eat. The problem is I'm not hungry. So I think I might save that for another day. All right. It's a lot easier walking than where I was. Oh. I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow too. I don't know where though. Try some more things on my camera. So, I'm actually going the opposite way of where I need to go. That's fine. Take a look out here on the other side of that little lake now. I was camping back up over there. Oh boy, my hands are cramping up again. I'm gonna go like this. Oh, that's a heck of a view there. Let's go like that again. I'll tough it out for you. It's a beautiful view this way. Going up a pretty steep incline. I know on camera it always looks like I'm walking nice and level. You don't get the three-dimensional look of hills. So I'm more winded at times than others. Ooh. Now I'm going down. This is definitely more secluded than the ski trail I took down last time. Again, I'm having trouble breathing after a campfire. That sucks. That's all I can taste. There's quite a swirling wind, so yeah. Look at that. Holy cow. Man, oh man. Now, if I was a year younger, man, I'd be climbing that thing. Wow. Beautiful. And, you know, the camera really can't do justice. I mean, I certainly can't even come close to get my arms around it. It's just a monster. Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Tree, for that. That was enjoyable. Hope you continue growing. Nobody cuts you down.
Now I gotta admit, this part here I've never been fond of, but it's really prettier in the winter. It's weird, some parts are prettier in the summer and others in the winter. So certainly some rough hiking here. I mean, everything's turning your ankle one way or the other every step. Now we got a hill. Oh, big old hill. It's getting a little clearer. Try to move you back a little. No brush. Further back it is, the harder it is on the arm, obviously. Going back on this trail here rather than the road. There is up ahead of us here, this is what they call virgin white pine trees, untouched. So we're going to get in there. I'm going to show you around a little bit. I've never actually heard the term white pine tree before, but apparently that's what we're calling them. And it doesn't begin here, but up ahead. I'm still on my first battery, which is surprising. Set it's low a number of times. It's just so peaceful, it's amusing. Oh. No animals so far. They've had a rough winter, that's for sure. Oh man. Yeah, we might be getting up into those pines here. Getting thicker and bigger. What did he say? Down the gully. You know, you don't notice these hills in the summer so much. You sure do in the winter though. Ooh. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I do that at work a lot to get people's attention rather than walk to them. So, look around here. See me gasping for air. Man. Yeah, without the sunglasses, man, it's extremely bright. Bright doesn't equal warm, man. Yeah, here it comes. So thick in here that that sun up there can barely peek through some spots. My face has slowed considerably. Still chugging along though. So I've got this song stuck in my head that one of Charlie Digger's songs. He played on one of his music videos. I'm trying to buy that CD, but I missed it. Only $5. And you get a sticker too. But I missed it. So I'll try next round. I'm not sure if that song's even on it. I asked him, but he's a busy guy. Yeah. For small people like me. I can't even remember the name of the song. But I wanted to play it, you know, while you get a view of the hike, you hear a nice song. But of course I would have to get his permission for all that, if he would let me. So I'll get a hold of him. But there maybe I won't monetize this one and I'll play something. But that song would be perfect. I love the song. So, I had no idea he even was in a band or had anything to do with the song until I asked him. I was like, holy cow. And the doo-doo back there. I missed it. Yeah, well, the arrows are pointing everywhere, but I don't want to go. I'm going this way. I don't think you can see the sun. Couple people's walk, that's not many. Maybe one, two. Ooh. Yeah. Beautiful. Virgin white pines.